his colleagues, such as Javier, to dedicate this conference to him. So I want to tell you some of my impressions. Now, I did not know Gustavo in a very intimate way. I knew him from a distance as a scientist. I got to know him a bit personally when I visited, and I can tell you he was the most gracious individual that I've ever met in my life, and I really am very sad that cancer got him, basically. So let me show you a few pictures of Gustavo. I mean, some of you know Gustavo, most of the students obviously don't. It was a decade ago, and so, but you should know about people like this, because they're the foundation of what is done in optics in Mexico. Let's see if I can get this thing to work. Okay, this is Gustavo. Now, parts of it are Gustavo, parts aren't. The smile is definitely Gustavo. Now, this man didn't know how to frown. It was just wonderful. He just enjoyed life. And you can see that he had a bit of a sense of humor from the tie. This is a tie that maybe on the occasion the picture was taken, it should have been a more serious tie. And the suit is not Gustavo. I mean, I've never seen him in a suit. Okay, for all the time I've known him, a number of trips down to Mexico. But it's the face. I mean, it's smiling, it's kind, and this is really the man. And here's the man again, a little bit younger. And he started his production career before he got into science, obviously. And one of the tragedies, frankly, of his passing away is he left behind a family, which was not quite grown yet, and so on. And this is very sad. Okay, here's more what you would expect to see Gustavo. You see him coming down the stairs. Yeah, he's got a smile. He looks like he doesn't have a care in the world. And it's much more typical dress, shorts, a comfortable shirt. You know, and if he sees you, he's going to come up to you and shake your hand, and so on. But you know, that's only one side of him. Got his PhD with Javier in Lyon back in the early 80s. He was a propagation man, if you like. He liked to propagate solutions, electromagnetic solutions, solitons being just one of them. He did two-level systems and so on. And so he has a long and distinguished career. He drifted into solitons along with Javier, and he and Javier and a few others were known as the Mexican Soliton Mafia. And that wasn't meant to be describing something bad, it was meant to describe something vigorous. These guys published a lot of good papers in the early 90s, and it's interesting because I reread some of them recently, and you could see the scientific maturity of Gustavo take place over time. This guy's been mature forever. I don't think he was ever a child. He was always Javier. Now, that was one aspect of Gustavo. Another aspect was that he was very interested in furthering science. Now, myself, I've been a scientist, and I really haven't gone around trying to do things for science. Every now and then I pay my dues and so on. But Gustavo, he paid his dues. He got his PhD. He became department head in in Salamanca. He was the head of the department there. At the same time, he became a president-elect of the Mexican Optical Society, and believe me, that's a job that you don't want because it's a lot of work, and so on. And then the tragedy occurred. He died. And the only good thing about it was quite quick. So he's now, for me, a hero of Mexican science. He's a hero because of his personality, because of his drive, because of his scientific work, and of his desire to put into Mexican science as much as he could. And so, you know, you look through his CV and you see he did this and he did that. And I think I even have a picture in here. Let's see, I probably jumped ahead of myself. Well, this is his PhD, okay? And you can see two guys and no guy in the middle. Okay, and here's a field trip. He took a number of scientists, his buddies, Potier is here, Peter Drummond, I believe, and his grandpapa, Javier, you can recognize immediately in the blue shirt. So every time people came, he was a great host. Absolutely wonderful. How do I go backwards? Just going to go backwards?
Right.
The arrow? This one? No. This one? Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, this was a great occasion, and you can see that here's our friend right here in the corner. This was a formal collaboration established between the New Mexican Optical Society and the Optical Society of America. And this was the President's Society is way back there, the Optical Society, and the Gray Fox. I call him the Gray Fox, because he was a foxy guy. Powell, yes, Dick Powell. And then, of course, Gustavo here was one of the official representatives for Mexico. And I think it was just a year or two before he passed away, if I'm not mistaken. So it's kind of a last picture of him. And you can see he's grinning. He always was a happy man. So, you know, as you partake of, I'm talking to the young people, you know, as you get the opportunities now in optics in this country, it's due to pioneering work of people like Javier, like Gustavo, and they put a lot of their life into this, and now you guys are the recipients of this, and you should at least recognize that there are such people, and were such people, that made all this possible for the young people in Mexico. So, let's just, one last tribute to Gustavo. Could you all stand up and clap with me for him?